Welcome. I'm Peaches Hall. I'm the director of the Doris Griffin Senior Center here in San Antonio, Texas, and we're going to share a craft with you today. Have you ever gone to an exercise class and you see somebody wearing a t-shirt that you're like, that is so special. How did they do that? It's cut and it's maybe tied and has beads and maybe bedazzled, but you're just not sure how to do it? Well, I have the pro here with me today. I have Lydia Toll, who does a class for us on t-shirts and customizes them. So I'm going to turn this over to the pro. Lydia?
Thank you, Peaches, and hello, everybody. As Peaches said, when I like t-shirts, I have a lot of t-shirts, but they usually don't fit me correctly, mainly because for them to fit me around across the shoulders, I need a medium size. To fit around the waist or below the waist, I need a larger size. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna customize my t-shirt and cut it. And that's how I got started. And then everybody saw them and they said, oh, I want to know how to do it. So I'm gonna show you real quickly here. First of all, I don't like the collars because they're up too high. So the first thing I do is I cut the collar, and you can use pinking shears, or you can use a good fabric pair of scissors. I like the pinking shears.
How'd you do?
I started with a straight one, but the pinking shears really give you a nice finish.
They do.
So you just go from the edge of the collar to the seam, make a little cut, and then you just follow the seam and go along the edge. And believe it or not, you think, oh, that little tiny piece is not going to give me much extra room, but it does and makes a huge difference.
I like it. It takes it from looking like a regular beefy t-shirt to one that has that cute edge to it, and it just makes it a little bit more special.
Yes, it does. And I'm going to cut this one here, and then I'm going to let you
No way.
do it. Yes. So I'm going to let you do a little bit of it, so you can go home and make your own.
I'm cutting all night.
No, you won't. You'll do just fine. You just need to make sure that you don't cut the seam, because then, it'll unravel on you. So
yeah.
just make sure you cut right above the seam line. And I'll let you finish this little piece. You just continue along the seam right here.
Yes. I like, because Lydia teaches this class here, and she always has some kind of new design that she puts a twist on hers. Ooh, look, I did it. See?
It turned out really nice. And
Yes.
it's larger. And like I said, it doesn't seem like this little bit would make a difference, but it sure does.
It does.
And if you're the type that likes to wear a tank top underneath your shirt, and you want your shirt to, hang over below your shoulder,
Flash dance.
you just cut right underneath it instead of above it. You go underneath, and that gives you a wider collar, and so then it'll just fall real nice. But I don't like doing that. So, okay, now the next thing we're gonna do is cut the bottom here.
Okay.
Now, what I normally do is I'll hold it up to me, up to my shoulders. Then I just go down to where, I want it. If I want to cut it up to my waistline, I hold on to the t-shirt, and this is where I want to cut it.
And you'll still have coverage, because those little hands down at the bottom
You're
will still
going
be
to have
covered.
the bottom. So then once I determine the height and how much I want to cut, how high up, then I just hold on to it, fold it in half, and make sure that it's the same length. And this is about right, okay? But I don't set it down on the table like this.
Okay.
Because then if I start cutting this way, guess what? I'm going to cut the whole t-shirt, and then I'll have cuts all here.
Okay, that's not be good.
What I do is I turn it around to where the fold is facing me. Okay? And now I use this as my guide as to how far up to cut. And that makes it a lot easier. Now, if you're afraid that you're not going to get it even, what you can do is mark it with a ruler, mark your line, and then lay it flat and then start cutting.
Okay.
And the line will be your, where you're going to cut. But to me, I don't like to do all of that, so I just...
And she's been doing it a while and she's fast, so maybe do it the other way first.
So the first thing you do is you cut the side and hold on to the shirt so it won't go up on you, and then you lose your cut line. So you start with the edge and you cut up to the fold. Then you do the other one. And I'm right-handed, so I usually start on this side, on the left side. So I put it between the two layers, and then I cut all the way up. And by the way, these t-shirts do not unravel, so you don't have to worry about, do I need to put a seam on it or not? Because it just, you'll see when we cut. Then, how wide do I cut the strips? It's all your preference. You can cut it an inch. You can cut it half an inch. What I do is I use my thumb. So I cut about to the knuckle.
I'm hearing this from a pro. These are great tips.
So I put my knuckle on the edge of the material. Now I'm going to cut here. And I'm just going straight up. Now you're going to say, but I can't cut a straight line. Neither can I. But it will not show. Believe me, it will not show. So you just go up, cut. You got that one. Now you go to the next one. Put my knuckle on the edge. There's my finger, my thumb. And I cut up. If you want it narrow, you can do it more narrow, or you can do it wider. And you just keep cutting like this.
It's so easy, like after dinner and you're ready for the next day. Show off in your exercise class.
Let me tell you, I've come in. I get up in the morning and I say, I want a t-shirt, but I don't know which one. I don't like that. I don't want it. So I cut it in about 15 to 30 minutes and I walk out the door wearing it.
Yeah. And the nice thing is, how many times do you get a t-shirt that somebody's donated or given to you, or you've gone to a grand opening and then you get home and you walk, wow, that's really tight on the hips, or
yes, uncle, yes.
Yeah, or it's plain, but you don't have to throw it away. You can just
you
customize it.
Yes, exactly. Customize it the way you want it. And you just keep cutting until you go all the way across. I'm going to cut some more, and then I'm going to let you try it, Peaches.
So I have to tell you, she says she can't do a straight line, but don't move straight to me. Now, is it in a matter that my thumb is bigger?
They might have too. Yes, and it's quick. And what I like is, I don't, like I said, I don't like to measure or anything. Say, hey, if it's not perfect, nobody's gonna notice it. And let's face it, is anything perfect? No. I know I'm not, so why should my t-shirt be perfect?
But I have to tell you, this is one of our t-shirts from the center here. And so everybody has one. But when you do something like this to it, they don't look like everybody else's. And so this has been a really big thing. And you see them all over the center, but they're all different. It's kind of fun. We should do a parade.
Yes, we should. That would be fun. And, sometimes I'll teach a class, and then the next day or two, somebody will come in with their cut class, and they've done something totally different. And I learned from them, too.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Sharing ideas is what we have here, so that's great. Okay, so I do a thumb.
Yes.
And I cut.
Just cut all the way up to the fold.
Okay, so I'm not as slick as you are.
Just keep your hand a little closer to the table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that way you don't move the material around.
Oh, you have such faith. And then when I cut it half.
And it might be a little narrower than the others, but it won't be noticeable.
Okay. So I'm excited because this shirt was a little tight when you held it up, but now that you change it, see how this looks.
Yes. So here it is. And then when you stretch the material, look what happens. You're going to see a different dimension of this t-shirt.
Very cute.
And when you wash it, it's going to naturally curl. And So you don't have to do it all the time stretching them. You can just throw it in the wash.
And I've seen you do this with beads on it too.
Yes, yes. But if you put beads, I suggest you cut the seam.
Okay.
Because then you'll have the material will be thinner.
Yep.
So you can guide the material through the whole of the bead.
Yeah.
But
Cute.
see how the difference on this, how it crosses in?
Now do this.
In this one.
I want to see something.
You want to do the sleeve?
Yes, I like
Okay.
sleeves.
Now,
Oh.
I sometimes hold the sleeves together, especially the material's not so thick. And that way you can cut them both and they'll be the same length and it'll look perfect. Okay? So now here you do basically the same thing. You can do 2 or 3 or 4, however many cuts that you want. I'm going to go ahead and just do 3.
Okay.
I'm going to do the middle one, and I'm just eyeballing it. And I cut the middle one a little deeper. Then I'm going to do one above it, not quite as deep, and one below it, not quite as deep, more matching the top cut.
Sinking.
So then,
Simple.
yes. So then you open it and stretch it.
Cute.
Let me stretch it a little more, but
Oh yeah, that's really cute. Yeah.
they hold in, and the more you wash it, the more it'll separate, and you can really see
Yeah.
the cuts.
And you could do this on there too as well, right? The little jaggedies. This
On the bottom,
you could do them on your sleeves too if you wanted to.
yes, we mean cut these like that. Yes, you can do that as well.
There's a bunch of
I
different
think-
things you've done. I've seen
Yes.
a lot.
And then on the collar, you can do the same thing. Okay. On the collar, up here, we're going to put the shoulder seams together, fold it like this with a center, and we're going to make some little cuts right here.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you do, then you have a little opening.
See some of your shirts with that. It's really cute.
Yes. So then you just, once again, the middle one is going to be a little deeper than the other one, and then the other two a little shallower.
That's all.
And then you open it, you stretch it, and now you have a little design out of
That is so cute. That is adorable. Look at this. I love this. So see, it makes such a difference in the t-shirt. It has such personality to it. So
Yeah.
well, I want to invite you to come back because Lydia is going to do another class on how to take an old t-shirt and make a handbag, a hobo style bag out of it. So don't get rid of any of your t-shirts. But I want to thank you all for joining us today. This was amazing. These are some of the things that we do, and we do these because we have Lydia Toll here to help us. These crafts show that you can be creative and didn't even know you had that talent. So we want to make sure that you join us again. Lydia will be now making a hand hobo bag out of an old t-shirt. So don't get rid of any of your t-shirts because she always comes up with something new. And look how cute this came out with the little fringes on it. I love it. I love it. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate that you came in and watched with us, and maybe you'll go home or you'll be home and then want to cut it yourself as well. So we'll see you the next time. We'll be here.